the 2019 inaugural season of Jackfish Baseball. I'm Spencer Tangway, joined by country star Brent Colomb, who will call today's game with me. What an outfit, first off.
Well, it's country day at the ballpark, Spence. I'm always dressed. I was dressed for Tropics night.
Absolutely.
I'm dressed for tonight. This is actually sometimes my regular bar outfit.
Whatever.
I lived in the Deep South for 7 years, so this is a regular day outfit sometimes.
As he said, country night. Ryan Langdon's performing before the game. Country music all night long as we take on the Barrie Baycats for the third time in 4 nights. And huge game on hand. We do know the playoff standings are pretty much set. It's either 4th or 5th for the Welland Jackfish. We'll play London, but tonight, a huge game for home field.
Yeah, it's a huge game. Got our ace Euclides Lair on the mound. And Barrie beat us pretty handily both games up there. But look for a different outcome tonight with our starting pitching and what is a full lineup for the Welland Jackfish tonight.
It almost seems like as this will be a playoff game, as we mentioned, it's the 3rd game in a row the Welland Jackfish will take on the Barrie Baycats. How do they bounce back in a must-win situation?
Well, I think it comes down to pitching and keeping themselves in the game. Tyler Wood had an excellent start on the evening game, but then the wheels kind of fell off after that. But it's keeping the team competitive and keeping them in the game. But we've seen some excellent comebacks here at the Welland Stadium in the last couple of weeks, too.
A couple of key names to watch out for, of course. Jordan Castaldo, who is one of the league leaders in the batting categories across the board, leads the league with 15 home runs. And on the other side for the Welland Jackfish, you mentioned it, star pitcher Euclides Lair will go to bat against him tonight. Euclides, a big night for him and a big night for the entire infield. What does the defense do to step up tonight?
Well, the defense is to be sharp and not allow any ground balls to get through. Not sure if Soriano's going to be in the lineup or not. He's still battling a little bit of an injury that happened here on Saturday afternoon. But if he can be in the lineup, that really assures up the middle of the defense.
Keep it locked right here. You heard it first. Country star Brent Colomb and all his insights. Jackfish Baseball coming up next right here on Jackfish TV.
Presented by.
Turn me on for a second.
Check, 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 check.
Hello, baseball fans, and once again, welcome inside Welland Stadium for tonight's IBL regular season game as the Barrie Baycats are here for the final time of this 2019 season. The Barrie Baycats come in with a record of 24-10 to take on the Welland Jackfish, as each team have only 2 games remaining in this IBL season. Playoffs are set. All the series are set to go. We just need to figure out who will be home in the series between London and the Welland Jackfish. The Welland Jackfish come in currently sitting in 4th spot. A win tonight would secure them that 4th spot, of course. So a win tonight and a London loss would put them in 4th. So a big game for the Welland Jackfish. However, the Barrie Baycats have won all 4 meetings so far tonight. We'll throw it down to the field for a pregame ceremony.
Each and every one of you that stuck through this whole season. You guys are wonderful fans, and of course, we love you well. So, we're proud to give away a brand new high-efficiency furnace all year long. You guys join to win. This year's grand prize winner, Mr. Joseph Ramuno of Welland, Ontario. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
Tonight's starting lineups are proudly powered by Enviro Niagara. Enviro Niagara, as you just heard on the field, giving away a high-efficiency furnace to one of the fans in attendance all season long, as the Welland Jackfish are proud to partner with Enviro Niagara, located on Highway 20 here in Welland. Starting lineup tonight's, of course, brought to you by Enviro Niagara. Leading off for the Barrie Baycats, it's the right fielder Ryan Spatero. Starling Rodriguez will play second base, bat second. And then the league-leading Jordan Castaldo, the big man who's the veteran in this league. So many titles, who's been a part and a key core of this 2019 campaign as well. Then it'll be Kevin Atkinson and cleanup, playing third base, Kyle DeGrace, the DH tonight. Ryan Rijo will be the first baseman and wear number 30. Connor Morrow will be the shortstop, batting 7th. Glenn Jackson is in 8th. Parker Walker, catch. And the pitcher tonight for the Barrie Baycats is Brendan Katina. We're underway. Euclides Layers on the mound tonight for the Welland Jackfish, a record of 6-2. It's his 10th game of the season. Fastball misses inside, falls behind in the count, 2-0. Defensively, a couple of changes tonight for the Welland Jackfish, as the shortstop Wilson Soriano is not playing for tonight. Soriano out with a couple of cramps and injuries in tonight's ball game, will sit. So a couple of defensive changes for the Jackfish. Brendan Nicholson will play second. Dadson's at third. Normally Dadson at first. He'll go across the diamond to third. Andrew Mercier will play first tonight, and the shortstop will bat ninth, Nolan Pettipies. 2-2. Nobody out on a beautiful night here in Welland. This is Ryan Spatero leading things off for the Barrie Baycats. Curveball misses outside. Catching tonight for the Jackfish, Mattingly Romanen. This is the exact same lineup the Jackfish went with on Sunday, as Wilson Soriano was unable to participate. Still not returning yet. There's a shot to the second baseman, Nicholson. Over to Mercier for out number 1, and the Jackfish retires Spatero.
Second baseman, number 20, Starling Rodriguez.
So now this is the second baseman, Starling Rodriguez, who I'm just being informed will wear 22, not 20. So 22, Starling Rodriguez will bat the righty for the Baycats. Euclides this season has an ERA of 2.68, and he's been the Jackfish ace. He's been the definite number 1 pitcher that they could go to in a big situation. And this will be a test for the Jackfish. They're 0-4 against the Baycats this season, but they're in a must-win situation if they want to host the London Majors. Euclides ahead, 0-2. First batter, Spatero retired, now the 0-2. Swung on and fouled away. This Baycat team so successful all season long. They've won 24 games. Reason being, they're able to hit the ball, no doubt about it. They put up the most runs in the IBL by quite a few and quite a big number, as that has been the Achilles heel for the Jackfish. Pitch misses inside, nearly hitting the batter, and now 1-2. A shot that could get down over the center fielder's head. DeAndre Asbury Heath, though, there to make the grab for out number 2.
Left fielder number 9, Jordan Castaldo.
So the first 2 batters go 1-2 and are retired, and now Jordan Castaldo. Castaldo, the 30-year-old veteran. Of course, the Toronto native who spent time with the Toronto Maple Leafs before coming to the Barrie Baycats. Joined the Baycats back in 2013 when he was traded from the Maple Leafs to the Baycats for the playoffs. And what a run these Baycats have been on since Jordan Castaldo came aboard. Castaldo in his career, 597 hits, just 3 away from another milestone of that big 600 number. Swing and a miss, and now he falls behind 0-2. Castaldo this season, 15 home runs, leads the league, and has 61 hits already in his campaign.
Once I take a break, can I now?
0-2, 2 away. Pitch misses inside. Umpire calls it a ball. The fans wanted it a strike. Good offering from Euclides Lair. Trying to pitch him inside here, not give him a swing. Castaldo could prove he can hit against any pitcher in this league. So try to pitch him inside, down low. Swing and a miss, and Castaldo strikes out for the first strikeout of the ball game. The Baycats go 3 up, 3 down with a strikeout. We'll go to the bottom half of the first. Jackfish and Baycats tied at 0.
Leading off the first inning for your Welland Jackfish, second baseman number 13, Brandon Nicholson.
Here we go in the bottom half of the first. The Jackfish and Baycats tied at 0 as the Jackfish were able to go 3 up, 3 down to get the Baycats retired in the top half of the first. As Brennan Katina will pitch tonight for the Baycats against the Welland Jackfish. This is the leadoff man, Brandon Nicholson. Nicholson will lead things off for the Jackfish, followed by Datsun. There's a shot right to the third baseman, caught by Kevin Atkinson to retire Nicholson. Datsun will bat second. Caleb Furistake will bat third. The catcher tonight, Mattingly Romanen,
Brendan Datsun
will bat fourth in the cleanup spot. Bryce O'Farrell will play DH tonight. Andrew Mercier is at first. He'll bat sixth. Vaughn Bryan is in left. He'll bat seventh. DeAndre Asbury Heath will bat eighth tonight. And Nolan Pettipiece will bat ninth. Nicholson retired on a line drive to the third baseman, Kevin Atkinson for the first out. Now Brendan Datsun. Jadson changed up his walk-up music before tonight's game, trying to switch things up. Takes a strike outside, 1-1. The Jackfish have been unable to hit against the Baycats all year. They're 0 for 4 this season. And the most runs you've ever put up against them, 5. That comes all the way back here early May when the Barrie Baycats walked out with an 18-5 win. Sunday afternoon saw the Baycats and the Jackfish play the first ever doubleheader of the season. The Baycats won both those games 5-2 and 10-3.
Go Jackfish!
2-2. 2-2, 1 away. Shot for the end of the bat, foul. Now the 2-2. A shot that'll drop over the second baseman's head, and the Welland Jackfish have the opening hit of the ball game. Datsun, his 42nd hit of the season, and the Jackfish are on the bases.
Fielder, number 25, Caleb Furistake.
So Datsun on first base. He has 9 stolen bases this season, and if you know, you've watched Jackfish baseball, they like to run when they can. Now Caleb Furistake, the right fielder, wears number 25, will bat for the Jackfish. A one-out situation with Datsun on first. Called strike, 1-1. Furistake has played tremendously in the right field for the Jackfish on defense and is really starting to contribute on offense as well. Been able to steal a lot of bases, been able to find his swing, and been able to poke a lot of balls to the outfield. As there's a shot that is sent to the parking lot. Furistake, in 84 at-bats this season, has 26 hits, including 4 doubles and a triple. Now the 1-2 with 1 away. A great shot. Gonna fall in the exact same spot as Datsun's. Datsun will round second, come back to the second base bag. And now the Jackfish have runners on first and second here in the bottom half of the first.
The catcher, number 8, Mattingly Romanen.
Now the catcher, Mattingly Romanen. Mattingly had a hit in both Sunday's doubleheader contests, and also brought in a run on each one of those hits. There's a shot that could fall but a diving catch. The runners have to go back. They tag him up at second, 1 out on the play. The double play will retire the side. An amazing grab from the right fielder in Ryan Spatero will end the Jackfish hopes here in the bottom of the first. Spatero makes the double play and the Jackfish are retired. 0-0 through 1. We go to the top of the second. Jackfish and Baycats on Jackfish TV. One inning in the books. It's a scoreless game here at Welland Stadium.
Baycats, third baseman, number 29, Kevin Atkinson.
So now the third baseman, Kevin Atkinson, will bat in the cleanup spot and lead things off here in the top of the second. No surprise, of course, the Baycats have been one of the top teams. They're tied for first right now with the Kitchener Panthers. Kitchener and Barrie, of course, in last year's final. Barrie, a lot of the exact same players returning on this year's roster, including Kevin Atkinson. Atkinson's had a tremendous year for the Barrie Baycats once again. Two 2-0, Euclides Layer against Kevin Atkinson. Now the 2-0 takes it downstairs, away in the dirt, 3-0. Atkinson, of course, from Barrie, has 48 hits. He's only 2 away from 50 as he takes 4 straight balls and has his 11th walk of the season.
Designated hitter, number 18, Kyle DeGrace.
So now the DH, Kyle DeGrace, who has spent some time sharing the duties of the catcher spot and catching for the Barrie Baycats, will bat. Runner aboard for the Baycats. Strike one. Oh, 1 fouls it away, 0-2. Chance for the second strikeout of the ball game. Of course, 5 strikeouts will get everyone in attendance 5 free chicken wings, compliments of Mama's Boys. DeGrace has struck out 17 times this season. Takes a fastball, though, outside. DeGrace, of course, a big part of this franchise. Came over from the Maple Leafs in 2012. Now the 1-2. Strike 3, swing and a miss. And Euclides Layer has his second strikeout of the ball game.
First baseman, number 32, Ryan Rio.
And now number 32, Ryan Rio, the first baseman. Fastball inside the legs, misses for a ball, 1-0. Jackfish trying to find a way to beat the Baycats for the first and final time of the season, as the only time these two teams would meet, of course, is if they had to meet up in the postseason, which gets underway August 7th. Wednesday, August 7th is the first game in the IBL first round. Baycats and Panthers still fighting for that first and second spot. The Jackfish, of course, will take on the London Majors. That series will either start here in Welland or in London, depending on the result of these two final games. The Jackfish on the road Friday for a huge game against the Hamilton Cardinals. Euclides gets him with the sidearm offering again, 2-2. Two and two count, 1 away. Kevin Atkinson, the lone base runner. Rio makes solid contact, but's late with the swing and pushes it foul. Once again, sent foul, 2-2 count. Rio, of course, the 37th round pick from the Philadelphia Phillies. One of the several Barrie Baycats who have been drafted to the MLB. As the average age in the Baycats much higher than several teams in the IBL this year, averaging around 28 years old. Full count, misses inside, and now the Baycats have runners on first and second. Euclides this season has been able to find his way out of jams. He comes into the ball game with 23 walks. That'll be his second tonight, and will have 25 walks already on the year. However, 6-2 record for the Jackfish. He's been really dominant and been able to come out of a lot of jams. Faces one here, a one-out situation with runners on first and second. Good off-speed pitch down the middle, strike one. Oh, 1 count, 1 away. This is Connor Morrow, the shortstop. One 1 count, 1 away. Runners on first and second for the Baycats. Scoreless game here in Welland. The Jackfish try to find an answer. There's a shot that'll go to Furistake. Furistake makes the catch. That'll return the runners. And the Jackfish have 2 outs now in the top half of the second.
Center fielder, number 10, Glenn Jackson.
2-out situation. That brings us to the 8th hitter in the order, Glenn Jackson, the center fielder. Of course, the Barrie Baycats, winners of the Domenico Cup last year. And this right here, this batter, playoff MVP for the Baycats in 2018. Has to dance around the ball, misses inside, 1-0. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Jackson backed off the plate again, 2-0. Jackson, of course, known as Glenny, down at Coates Stadium in Barrie. Been a huge fan favorite, especially after last year's win, and he has nothing but great things to say for the Baycats organization. Has been a part of tremendous championships. And now he falls behind in the count against Euclides Lair. It's a 3-0 count for Jackson. Jackfish trying to get out of this jam, a 2-out situation. Bases 1 and 2 are occupied. Takes a strike, 3-1. Three and one situation against Jackson. 2 outs, and he's backed off the plate and walked. And now Euclides Lair has walked 3 batters in tonight's ball game, and the bases are loaded for the Baycats. So
Number 19, Parker Walker.
Brings us to the bottom of the order, and this is Parker Walker. Euclides will have to throw a pitch down to the way, have to get him to ground out. As the next batter, of course, back to the top of the order, and Ryan Spataro. First pitch misses downstairs. Ball 1. Ground ball, much desperately needed here for the Jackfish in the top of the second. Ground ball or a strikeout. Euclides already has 2 tonight. Gets him to swing, and the ball goes foul off the end of the bat of Parker Walker. One to one, 2 away. Pitch upstairs, runner from third coming in. Euclides to the home plate. That'll go over his head. The runners will stay, but the Barrie Baycats open the scoring on a wild pitch that gets away from Mattingly Roman, and it's a 1-0 Barrie lead.
Right fielder Ryan Spataro.
So Ryan Spataro will come up to bat. A pitch that got away from Euclides Lair. Two and two. Spataro still on deck, of course, as it was a wild pitch that scored the run. Parker Walker still batting. A 1-0 score, though. 1-0 for the Barrie Baycats, as Euclides Lair needs to settle in here. High fly ball that'll go foul over the press box. 2 and 2, 2 away. Closest game between these two teams happened just 3 days ago, Sunday night. There's a shot, center field. DeAndre Asbury Heath makes the catch, and that retires the side. 1-0 after 1.5 innings. We're going to go to the bottom of the second. Jackfish trail 1-0 to the Barrie Baycats.
Leading off the second inning for Welland, the designated hitter, number 23, Bryce O'Farrell.
Bryce O'Farrell, the DH tonight. And batting fifth will lead things off for the Jackfish here in the bottom of the second. Good offering from Katina right inside, right at his hands. Drops in for a strike. This is the only game in the IBL tonight. High fly ball could stay in play. The catcher removes his helmet and makes the grab as Parker Walker makes the catch and retires Bryce O'Farrell.
First baseman, number 26, Andrew Mercier.
Now Mercier, who is normally the DH, is playing first tonight. He'll bat sixth. Swings to the opening pitch and sends it foul. Jackfish need to find a way to be able to hit against the Barrie Baycats in prep for their first round matchup against the London Majors. Everybody asking when that series will start, of course. The first possible game is set for August 7th. There's a shot that'll go for more than one base. All the way down to the left field side, just finally tricking over the foul line. That will be a double for Andrew Mercier. A great shot by Andrew Mercier, and now he's aboard on second.
Left fielder, number 9, Vaughn Bryan.
So Vaughn Bryan comes up to bat. Bryan had a home run, and he's the only Jackfish since DeAndre Asbury Heath to hit a home run here at Welland Stadium. Had a home run on Saturday against the London Majors. Majors took that game, a final score of 12-9. Bryan wanted the first pitch, a swing and a miss, strike one. Oh, one away. Vaughn Bryan against Andrew Mercier. Mercier on second. Brandon Katina at the mound. A shot gets over the third baseman's glove. Mercier will hold the third. And Vaughn Bryan all the way around first to second. And now the Jackfish have runners on second and third.
Center fielder, number 2, DeAndre Asbury Heath.
Mercier didn't have much of a leadoff off second, as that looked to be a line drive right at the third baseman of Kevin Atkinson. And when it just hit off his glove, Mercier was just starting to pick up speed, as of course it went over his glove, and Mercier didn't have enough to get all the way home. So the third base coach, Ricky Piliteri, put up the stop sign. So now Jackfish runners second and third in a one-out situation. Bottom of the strike zone, 1-1. This is DeAndre Asbury Heath, batting eighth tonight for the Jackfish, the center fielder. A one-out situation. Now the 1-1 with one away. Off-speed pitch up high. 2-1. Excellent opportunity here for Welland in the bottom half of the second. Pettipies, the shortstop tonight, on deck, and then it's back to the top of the order for Nicholson. Here's the 2-1 offering. Looks to be outside. Umpire calls it a strike. Now 2-2. Two and two. DeAndre yet to swing and make contact yet. He's seen 4, 2-2 with one out. Pitch downstairs, 3-2. 3-2, 1 out. Katina trying to work out of this jam on the deciding pitch. Misses way outside, and that'll load the bases. DeAndre walks the first, so Nolan Pettipe steps up with the bases loaded here in the bottom of the second.
Shortstop number 4, Nolan Pettipe.
Now the Burlington native, Nolan Pettipe, a chance to get the Jackfish on the board. They trail 1-0. 27 hits this season for Nolan Pettipe and has 11 RBIs. Batting .284 coming into the ball game. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Now 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Upstairs, 2-0. Jackfish need a little bit of a spark here. 1-out situation, bases loaded. Top of the order due up. Now the 2-0 offering misses upstairs, 3-0. Lots of room to work with here for Pettipe in the bottom of the second. If you're just joining us, the Baycats scored in the top of the second. Nobody scored in the first. And now the Jackfish, bases loaded with a 3-0 count. Misses for ball 4, and that'll cash in a run. The Jackfish even up the game on a Brandon Katina walk.
The second baseman, number 13, Brandon Nicholson.
Now Brandon Nicholson. A lot of these players, of course, playing their collegiate ball in the United States, some far and some very close to Welland, of course. And Nicholson, one of those players, spent time with the Canisius Golden Griffins. Of course, a part of the Burlington herd, and now a Welland Jackfish. Nicholson, another one of those guys that have just emerged as a great hitter for the Jackfish this season. Two and 0 count. That'll miss inside high, 3-0. 7 straight balls from Brandon Katina. Pitcher going to work already in the bullpen for the Barrie Baycats. A right-hander coming out of the bullpen, coming out of the dugout rather, to walk to the bullpen to warm up. Takes a strike, 3-1. Nicholson this season batting .289. .289 batting average this season and has 26 hits. There's a shot. Got to get down. It goes directly to the left fielder. Play at the plate, not in time. Von Bryan comes in to score. The Jackfish take advantage and now lead 2-1. Sac fly from Brandon Nicholson scores Von Bryan, and the Jackfish have their first lead of the ball game.
Third baseman, number 5, Brendan Datson.
This is the life the Jackfish needed. Is a lot of their games, they're unable to get a few hits in a row, and a lot of hits, unable to get hits on the board and often. So when you can take advantage, got to exploit pitchers. The Jackfish doing just that to Brandon Katina tonight. Katina really in a jam here in the bottom half of the second, already approaching 40 pitches. Here, not even through 2 complete. That pitch in the dirt. Good block by Parker Walker. 1-1 count, 2 away. Runners on first and second for the Jackfish here in the bottom of the second. Fear of Steak is due up. This is Brendan Dadson at the dish. Dadson takes it downstairs, gets ahead in the count, 2-1. One game at a time, of course. The message from the management and coaching staff: have to get through this team if you're going to be able to play against Hamilton on Friday night. There's a hard shot, a bouncer to the second baseman. Easy throw over to first for out number 3. Katina gets out of the side after throwing over 25 pitches. It's a 2-1 Jackfish lead. We'll go to the top of the third. Jackfish have a 1-run advantage. Top of the third, the Baycats find themselves in a hole here, 2-1. Jackfish had an explosive bottom of the second inning and get the home side up by 1. Euclides, a mighty fastball, just misses inside. 2-0. Fastball once again backs him off the plate. This is the leadoff man, Ryan Spatero. Top of the order, extremely dominant this season for the Barrie Baycats. Off-speed pitch down the middle, strike 1. The Baycats, 24-10 this season, could possibly finish 26-10. There's a shot, DeAndre Asbury Heath, not there in time, so it'll be a single. Gets down in front of Asbury Heath, and Spatero's aboard. And now 1 for 2 in the ball game.
Starling Rodriguez.
Rodriguez now up. Rodriguez 0 for 1 in today's ball game. He flied out to the center fielder, DeAndre Asbury Heath, his first time at bat. Lights coming on here at the ballpark on a beautiful night, 26 degrees. And it's partly cloudy with a little bit of sunshine and still. Jackfish playing their final home game of their inaugural season here in Welland. That pitch outside. Euclides shrugs his shoulders, getting a little frustrated on the mound. Thought he had a strike. They'll finish the regular season on Friday before playing the London Majors in the postseason. Friday, the Jackfish will be in Hamilton. That one well outside, 3-0. This weekend, of course, the wrap-up of the 2019 regular season. Inside of the plate, strike one, 3-1. Runner going. The throw way high. The pickoff not in time. And the Barrie Baycats have stolen second base and now have a runner in scoring position on a 3-2 count with nobody away. The Baycats take a play out of the Welland Jackfish playbook. The Jackfish lead the league in stolen bases by over 50 bases. That pitch gets well behind the batter, which will take his walk. And now the Baycats have runners in first and third.
Left fielder, Jordan Castaldo.
So a mistake by Lair. Now there's runners first and third. First pitch. Ball one. This is Jordan Castaldo. A man you wouldn't want up with a runner on first and third. Castaldo, 15 home runs this season. The Jackfish only have 10 home runs as a team. Called strike. That's the top inside of the strike zone, 1-1. Castaldo will keep an eye on it. 597 hits coming into the ball game. He's 3 away from hitting that plateau 600 mark. Jackfish trying to keep him at 597. Check swing, didn't go around. Pitch missed upstairs, ball 2. Two and one, nobody out. Jackfish looking for a ground ball here. High fly ball. Castaldo really frustrated with himself. Trouble on the infield, but the Jackfish come up with a catch and retire Castaldo, who now falls 0 for 2 in the ball game.
Third baseman Kevin Atkinson.
So Kevin Atkinson comes up, and of course a big part of the Jackfish game plan and the Jackfish keys the victory tonight. Shut down the big hitters, and Jordan Castaldo 0 for 2 tonight now. This is Kevin Atkinson. He's 1 for 1 in the ball game. Had a great single his first time at bat. Runner going again. Swinging strike, and you'll let him get second. Strike 2 gets him to swing again. He falls behind 0-2. Baycats have stolen 2 bases tonight, and they're a team that doesn't really often steal. Good curveball. Chokes up the batter and gets him to foul it away, 0-2. Good swing on a great pitch by Euclides Lair. Euclides able to get out of a lot of jams, and that's why he's the #1 go-to guy.
has so many nasty pitches. Curveball that just misses inside. 1-2. That's his pitch. Started inside and slided across the plate with a nasty slider. Tries the exact same one. Good block, though, by Battingley Romanen. 2-2. Gotta expect the fastball down to the way coming. Euclides, his fastball up near the 90-mile-per-hour mark. Goes with the curveball. It gets him to swing and chase at it. Third strikeout of the ball game for Euclides Lair, and it's back-to-back outs here in the top of the third.
Designated hitter Kyle DeGrace.
So now Kyle DeGrace, he struck out his first plate appearance of the evening. Second time around. Fifth straight pitch from Euclides Lair that moves across the plate. A nasty curveball. Exact same pitch gets him to swing, and now 0-2. Three strikeouts for Euclides Lair tonight. He's ahead in the count, 0-2. Time is called by the batter Kyle DeGrace. A runner on second and third here in the top half of the inning. Euclides, one of the league leaders in ERA, has an ERA of 2.68.
R1RC, 921-1RC. You are blocking people in. Please move your Ford pickup truck immediately. Thank you.
Now the 0-2 with no 0-2, 2 away. Nobody on first, runner on second and third. That pitch inside. Now the 1-2. Euclides trying to get out of the jam. He has two straight outs. Gets him to strike out for the fourth strikeout of the ball game. Euclides Lair having a night. He's in a heater. It is a 2-1 Jackfish lead. The Fish up to bat next on Jack's TV. You're watching Jackfish and Baycats right here from Welland Stadium. 2-1 ball game.
The third inning for your Jackfish, right fielder, number 25, Caleb Furistake.
2-1 ball game for the Jackfish as Caleb Furistake will lead things off for the white and green. Furistake swings at the first pitch and pulls it foul. Tonight's game is proudly being presented by Country 89, and of course, Country 89, the official radio station of the Welland Jackfish, and their sister station, Giant FM, Niagara's Classic Rock 91.7. Be sure to check them out on the web and listen whenever you're in the Niagara region at Country 89, 89.1, or Giant FM Classic Rock, Niagara's Classic Rock 91.7, Giant FM. Tonight's game, a huge game for the Welland Jackfish and also a huge game for the Barrie Baycats. Barrie climbing and trying to earn another regular season title, as of course the Kitchener Panthers, who are having a tremendous season, partly due to their play on the road. Kitchener is one of the best road teams in the IBL, where they struggle actually quite a bit at home. Their record is so much better on the road than they are at home. Whereas Barrie, of course, steady, coming in with a record 24-10. Jackfish looking for their 18th win of the season tonight. As Furistake strikes out.
Catcher number 8, Mattingly Romanen.
Jackfish right now 17-17 on the campaign, and this franchise, of course, who came over from Burlington, their franchise season win record was 15. Last season they were 12-16, but 15 was the season high, and that has been improved now to at least 17. So it's been a tremendous year so far. Another great crowd on hand. The support in this city, absolutely tremendous. As I know the community came out to Seaway Mall today as Jacques was in attendance from 11 to 2, I believe, as he was giving out autographs, being a part of their bouncy castle at Seaway Mall, just interacting with the fans. A lot of them came out and get their photo, meet some of the players, and get tickets for tonight's game. And what a game we got. It's a 2-1 ball game. Foul tip for a second straight strikeout from Brendan Katina. So now the DH, Bryce O'Farrell.
Bryce O'Farrell.
Bryce and Reese, of course, brothers on this team. Reese actually pitched for the Jackfish, spent some time pitching for the Jackfish on Saturday as they're trying to work him in to become a great pitcher and use him down the stretch if needed. Catch at the outside part of the plate. And now 1-1. One and one with two away. Downstairs, 2-1. O'Farrell pulls that one foul. O'Farrell, of course, who went to the University of Pittsburgh. Played his ball in Pennsylvania. But of course, went to the very athletic high school in Burlington, the Burlington of Notre Dame. There's a shot, could get over the head and it does. Drops in the gap in center field, and Bryce O'Farrell extends the inning with a single to bring up to the plate Andrew Mercier.
First baseman number 26, Andrew Mercier.
Excellent poke by Bryce O'Farrell to keep the inning alive and bring up the London, Ontario native Andrew Mercier. Mercier, just a few weeks ago, the IBL Player of the Week, was batting over 400. There's a shot, get down ball, but a great grab as that one was ran right under by the right fielder of Ryan Spatero. Spatero ends the inning for the Welland Jackfish. We're through 3 complete. Zeros on the board in the third. It's a 2-1 Jackfish lead. We'll go to the top of the fourth. You're watching Jackfish Baseball on Jackfish TV.
For Barrie. First baseman, Ryan Rio.
Here we go in the top of the fourth. The Baycats trail the Welland Jackfish 2-1, and this is Ryan Rio who will start things off for the Baycats. If you're just joining us, of course, we played 3 complete. Jackfish have that 2-1 advantage. Euclides Layer on the mound for the Jackfish tonight has an ERA on the season of 2.68. He's walked 3 batters already tonight, struck out 4. And that first pitch, right at the feet of the batter, Ryan Rio, and clearly gets away from Euclides Layer. So the catcher, Mattingly Romanin, will go out and just have a few words. This is a different lineup for the Welland Jackfish, as Wilson Soriano is still not 100%. He will sit tonight's ball game, and may sits Fridays as well, depending on the outcome of this one. Jackfish, of course, a win tonight and a London loss would secure 4th spot and home field advantage. Playoffs set to get underway next week in All In August, and that's the hashtag. If you're going to be on Twitter, any social media, use the hashtag. Starts tomorrow, of course, August 1st, tomorrow. All In August as the Jackfish make their quest for the Cup for the first time in the Rose City. 2-1 count, Euclides Layer against Ryan Rio. Curveball outside of the plate, 3-1. Ryan Rio will start things off for the Baycats, and that'll be Connor Morrow and then Glenn Jackson due up. That one well away from Euclides Layer, and this is a bat he'll want to forget. As 4 balls, all ugly pitches by Euclides Layer. Euclides, though, of course, from El Saibo, Dominican Republic, and what a hotbed for MLB players and IBL players alike. As this is the first time in franchise history that the herd of the Welland Jackfish have brought in players from the Dominican Republic. And Euclides Layer has been one of those go-to guys, and he absolutely is loving his time in Welland. Ricky Pillateri, excuse me, is going to come out and have a quick word in the first mound visit of the game. Be sure to visit WellandJackfish.com. WellandJackfish.com, the official website and home for everything Jackfish. Be sure to stay up to date with everything Jackfish on the official website when we'll find out and release the official postseason schedule for the first round. That, of course, against the London Majors. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and like our Facebook page. And don't you dare miss any of postseason baseball right here in the vibrant Rose City. So Pilateri goes back into the dugout. And we are set to go. Connor Morrow. In the batter's box. Strike one against Morrow. Morrow flied out his first time at bat. And will work here again to Cleetes. Double play opportunity. Steps on two, across to one. The throw not in time as he steps off the bag. So they get one, unable to turn two, but the Jackfish leave the runner at first and have one out here in the top half of the fourth.
Center fielder, Glenn Jackson.
Jackfish, of course, thank you for watching, and we want to know where you're watching from and any comments you may have. The Jackfish, of course, want to bring you free baseball and bring the fans from all across this great province of Ontario or wherever you're watching from in the world as the IBL continues to spread and grow this great game of baseball. So we thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast, and we hope you enjoy the ball game. Gets him to go around, strike one. Euclides only one strikeout away from getting everyone in attendance 5 free chicken wings, a promotion that has been an absolute hit for Mama's Boys just around the corner from here on the corner of First and Woodlawn. And I know the Pribeniches, the owners, the two brothers, have absolutely loved this 5 strikeout promotion, and the fans alike all getting excited for chicken wings as Euclides now faces a 1-1 count to Glenn Jackson. One's across the board. A runner on first. Double play ball opportunity again. Steps on second. Across to one in time. They get the double play ball this time. The Jackfish keep the Baycats off the board again. It's a 2-1 Fish lead. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. You're watching Jackfish Baseball on Jax TV.
Ryan's on the field. Time to run the bases, just like the Jackfish. Ryan, how many kids on the field tonight?
We got a few
Brian.
Bottom of the fourth we go. Jackfish lead the Barrie Baycats in a huge game for both these ball clubs in a 2-1 game. A couple of people asking about the format of the IBL playoffs this year, as it will be just, of course, if you're an NHL hockey fan or NBA, it'll be a best-of-7 series all the way through the month of August in all 3 rounds. The top seed will take on the 8th seed, 2 will play 7, 3 versus 6, and the Jackfish and the London Majors have already secured 4 and 5. We just don't know who will be 4 and who will be 5. They will play a best-of-7 series. So the Jackfish will head to Labatt Park, and the Baycats will come here, and the London Majors will come here, as Von Bryan has walked to lead things off here in the bottom half of the fourth. So that's how the IBL playoffs will work this season.
Center fielder number 2, DeAndre Asbury.
As the Jackfish look forward to their first IBL postseason and their first IBL postseason series, which will start next week against the London Majors. So DeAndre Asbury Heath, who has Von Bryan at first. Bryan on base for the second time tonight. Already going. Quick throw, though, from the catcher. And they get him out. And DeAndre Asbury Heath out at second. So Parker Walker, a good arm, a quick release off the throw. And now DeAndre Asbury Heath still in the batter's box with nobody on base. One and one. One and one count with one away, and that was Von Bryan. Swinging strike, 1-2. One-out situation, 1-2 count as the Jackfish take a ball and now improve the count to 2-2. This is DeAndre Asbury Heath at the dish, batting .240 this season, who's normally followed by Wilson Soriano in the lineup. However, Soriano out tonight with an injury, so Nolan Pettipies will bat 9th. Off the end of the bat, a chopper to the shortstop. It'll be a run at the plate at the first base. He's safe, and DeAndre Asbury Heath beats the throw from the shortstop. So Morrow couldn't throw out DeAndre Asbury Heath, and a good run from the South Carolina native.
Your shortstop, number 4, Nolan Pettipies.
Now Nolan Pettipies, of course, who spent time with the University of Waterloo Wolves. Pettipies this season is having a tremendous year. He's batting 9th this afternoon in tonight's game, has 6 stolen bases, but has a batting average of .284. 4 doubles this season, 27 hits. And now the 1-1. 1-1 count with 1 away. Pettipies, 27 hits this season, and has 160 hits in his career. Of course, started with the Burlington Twins back in 2011. Shot drops over the head of the shortstop. DeAndre Asbury Heath, he's going to slide into third. Gets away from him. Now he's going to run, but he will hold at second as the ball goes out of play. So the Jackfish now have runners on second and third, as what an effort from DeAndre Asbury Heath to slide into third. Now the Jackfish have 2 runners in scoring position. So Nolan Pettipies, his 5th double of the season, advances the base runners, and now the Jackfish with two runners in scoring position with only 1 out. Back to the top of the order for Brandon Nicholson. Nicholson, a shot off the end of the bat. The Jackfish bat's coming alive here. Drops, he lost it in the lights. Gonna get behind the center fielder. 1 run comes across the plate to score. The throw at the plate well off. The Jackfish now lead 4-1. Safe at second. They score 2 and the Jackfish have a 4-1 lead. Glenn Jackson, who was the 2018 playoff MVP, lost it. A shot that must have got lost in the lights out in center, dropped right in front of him. Regardless, the Jackfish now lead 4-1. Another shot, high fly ball, that'll go to the left fielder. Catch is made. And the second out is retired here in the bottom half of the 4th.
Right fielder number 25, Caleb Furostake.
So now Caleb Furostake two-out situation. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. As we're experiencing just a little technical difficulty, we'll try to get it back as soon as possible. Two-out situation. This is Caleb Furostake at the dish. Swing right back to the pitcher. Katina throws over to first. And the side is retired. The Jackfish lead 4-1 through 4 complete. We'll go to the top of the 5th. The Jackfish on top by 3.
Lucky lady type, right? right fielder Ryan Spataro.
Here we go in the top half of the 5th inning. Sorry for the little technical difficulty. The Barrie Baycats trail the Welland Jackfish here 4-1 on a beautiful Wednesday night rather. As of course this is the first ever Wednesday night edition of Jackfish baseball here at home. So we welcome you of course to Welland Stadium. 1 out now here in the top half of the 5th. This is Ryan Spataro. Spataro, deep shot. But it is easily caught by the left fielder of Von Bryan for out number 2. So back-to-back outs for the Welland Jackfish to start things off here in the 5th. And that'll bring up Starling Rodriguez. Euclides, who has a 6-2 record, is pitching in his 10th game of the season. He started all 10 and only has a no decision in one of those ball games. Has never defeated the Barrie Baycats this season, though, as the Jackfish are 0-4. Missed inside, 1-0. Little ground ball that'll trickle foul. All these teams, of course, in the IBL getting set for postseason baseball, which is expected to start no earlier than August 7th. Wednesday, August 7th is the first game that will be played in the IBL postseason of 2019. Such a quick postseason. Wednesday, August 7th, the first date available for postseason ball, as everything wraps up Labor Day weekend. Jackfish will play a best 4-7 in the first round against the London Majors. Of course, that is the 4-5 series after the regular season. The Hamilton Cardinals, big congratulations to them. They clinched 3rd, and what a run they had. The Cardinals went 10-1 in their last 11. Easy ground ball, routine throw from Nicholson over to the first baseman, Mercier. Jackfish, they send the Baycats 3 up, 3 down. We'll go to the bottom half of the 5th. 4-1 Jackfish here on a beautiful Wednesday night.
At the pond tonight, Ryan, who's with you? Leading off the 5th inning for your Jackfish, pitcher, number 8, Mattingly Romanin.
Bottom of the 5th we go, and the Jackfish lead 4-1 against the Barrie Baycats. Katina throws, misses inside. The Jackfish put up 2 in the 2nd and 2 in the 4th. There's a shot. Still with time. Throws over to the first baseman in time for out number 1. Rodriguez little bit of trouble with that ball, but took his time and made a great throw.
Number 23,
And got the out at first.
Carroll.
So now, what out situation for Bryce O'Farrell. He swings and pulls it foul right at the Welland Jackfish dugout. The Jackfish being able to hit the ball tonight, something they were working on, and being able to focus and put a lot of attention on heading into the postseason. As the three key aspects of Jackfish baseball this season that they've been preaching: speed, defense, and pitching. And of course, trying to work in hitting now and become a threat team going into the postseason. One and one. That pitch downstairs gets away from Katina. 2-1. Of course, the London Majors, who have really hit the ball well, they've really come alive in the second half of the season. The Majors were the Jackfish home opener, as there's a shot that's pulled foul by O'Farrell. We remember all the way back into the Jackfish home opener, a 9-0 win. Jackfish really hammered the London Majors. The Jackfish won the season series against the Majors 3-2. But London, in the second part of the season, has really come together as a unit and really played well at Labatt Park. There's a shot to the shortstop, a grounder across the first in time, and O'Farrell's retired for out number 2. Two up, two down so far here in the bottom half of the fifth, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Andrew Mercier.
The first baseman, number 26, Andrew Mercier.
Mercier against Katina, as that is the starting pitcher tonight for the Barrie Baycats. Not a lot of action in any bullpen so far. As Euclides Layer has gone 4 complete innings so far. There's a shot that'll pull into the gap, and it'll be a single for Andrew Mercier. And Mercier's aboard for the second time tonight. Mercier, a double his first plate appearance, and now pulls one to the gap and right and has a single.
Ryan.
So a 2-out situation. Jackfish a runner out first is Andrew Mercier. This is Von Bryan. Off-speed pitch. Not a lot of speed on that one at all. Sinks low, misses for a ball. Von Bryan. Trouble. Across at first, not in time, and that'll keep the inning alive as Mercier's the second, Von Bryan to first. And the Baycats defensively having a little bit of trouble in the infield tonight here at Welland. And that allows Von Bryan to make his way to first.
The center fielder, number 2, DeAndre Asbury Heath.
Now DeAndre Asbury Heath. Runner on first, a runner on second. 2 outs, though, here in the bottom half of the fifth. Just joining us, we thank you for joining us, of course. Be sure to comment anything you'd like to see or have any questions. We'll try to get to all your questions and thoughts throughout tonight's broadcast. As DeAndre Asbury Heath steps into the batter's box, third plate appearance of the ball game. Takes that one in the dirt. Runners stay put, 1-1. One and one, 2 away. Jackfish nourishing a 4-1 lead here on Country Night at the ballpark. DeAndre off the end of the bat, could get down. It will, right in front of the center fielder. Andrew Mercier, he's rounding third. He'll come home to score. And the Jackfish add another one here in the fifth. They lead 5-1 and have runners on first and third. A completely different outing for the Welland Jackfish here tonight. As all season long, they've been looking for a game where the bats will come alive, and it comes alive tonight in a game, a huge must-win game for playoff implications. Jackfish starting to hit the ball like we've been looking for all season long. And of course, Brian Esri is probably in relief because this team can hit. And boy, are they good when they are firing on all cylinders. Get a bat on another ball, troubling the infield again. That will score another run. As Connor Morrow having a terrible night at shortstop for the Barrie Baycats. Another missed ball, and that'll allow Von Bryan to come around and score. It's 6-1.
Nicholson.
Think back all the way back to that second inning where it was the center fielder of Glenn Jackson lost the ball in the lights. That was able to move runners into scoring position. The Jackfish cashed in 2, and now Connor Morrow, the short for the Barrie Baycats, 2 straight flub balls, and the Jackfish make them pay. They scored 2 more here in the fifth. Oh, and 2, 2 away. Two-out situation, 0-2 count. Gets another ball. That one, high fly ball to right. Catch is made, and that will retire the side. The Jackfish put another 2 on the board. They lead 6-1 heading into the 6th inning. Glad you could be a part of this one. We'll go to the top of the 6th. The Jackfish have a 5-run advantage here on Country Night. Jackfish lead 6-1 over the Barrie Baycats. As I take a look at the Baycat bullpen now, 2 pitchers warming up, a righty and a lefty. As no traffic warming up, as the Jackfish may be expected to bring in Chris Bowato into today's ball game. Casey Howard, of course, the closer. But right now they lead 6-1. We'll see how long Euclides will go. We're in the 6th inning. It's a 6-1 lead as that one's called to strike, 3-1. Three and 1 count, nobody out here. This is the leadoff man of the inning, Jordan Castaldo. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame. And now he'll walk as that pitch downstairs low. And Castaldo goes aboard with Kevin Atkinson to up.
Third baseman Kevin Atkinson.
Fastball down the middle, 1-1. Runner on is Jordan Castaldo. They trail by 5, and this has been a very odd night for the Barrie Baycats. A lot of routine ground balls for this veteran and well-experienced team have missed and have made a few errors already tonight. High fly ball, that'll go foul. Good run and a good effort by Von Bryan, but it's pulled away foul, and now 1-2. Kevin Atkinson. He singled his first time at bat and then struck out. He's 1 for 2 at the plate tonight. Gets him to go around, and that's the 5th strikeout of the ball game for Euclides Lair. 5 free chicken wings for everyone in attendance.
For everyone in attendance tonight. Designated hitter Kyle DeGrace.
So Atkinson, his 2nd strikeout of the ball game. He's 1 for 3 now tonight, and this is Kyle DeGrace. DeGrace has already struck out once as well tonight. Takes a fastball downstairs. Two 2-0. Pitch misses inside. Little blooper. Nicholson unable. The throw to first, unable to make the catch. Back-to-back bloopers and errors for the Welland Jackfish. And that'll be an error going against Brendan Nicholson.
First baseman Ryan Rio.
So that'll move Castaldo over to 2nd. Nicholson recorded his first error of the ball game, as it's an E4 against, of course, the 2nd baseman, Brendan Nicholson. 1 out. And now Ryan Rio. Outside corner of the plate, strike 1. Can't get a number, but there is a right-handed pitcher warming up in the bullpen. And now 1-1. As mentioned, Chris Bowato is expected to be the reliever of choice tonight who will be the go-to if needed, depending on the batting situation, of course. There's a shot, could be two. Pettipies over to the second baseman, turned the double play. The Jackfish are able to turn the 6-4-3 double play and get out of the side. We'll go to the top of the 7th. Bottom of the 6th, rather. Bottom of the 6th will go next. Jackfish lead 6-1. Bottom of the 6th, Jackfish leads 6-1 over the Barrie Baycats. Swung on by Furistake, and it's foul. Couple of defensive changes. New pitcher into the ball game is number 28, and Brandon Hillier. And Jordan Castaldo will leave the ball game, and coming in to replace him is Jeff Cowan. There's a shot. Couple of hops to the shortstop. High throw, which will get away. And Furistake will be safe at first on a throw that is well over the head. Connor Morrow, a throw that goes well over the head of the first baseman. So Ryan Rio had to jump for that one. Furistake's aboard. Now strike. 0-1 count with one away. Safe at second. Oh, 2 situation to the plate for Mattingly Romanen, but Furstake steals another base and now safe at second. The 0-2 to Romanen. Swing and a strike. And Romanen is retired on the strikeout. So first strikeout of the ball game for the new pitcher, Brandon Hillier.
Your designated hitter, number 23, Bryce O'Farrell.
Two-out situation here in the bottom half of the 6th. Bryce O'Farrell steps in. Fierstake on second base after stealing at last at bat. Now the count 1-0 with 2 away. Fastball, check swing. One and 1 count with 2 away. There's a shot. Good grab of the third baseman across to the first baseman, Rio, in time, and that retires the side. We go to the top of the 7th. Jackfish leads 6-1 over the Barrie Baycats. New pitcher to the ball game is Chris Bowato. Pitching change, of course. Brought to you by Better Call Collins. Chris Bowato, the new pitcher for the Welland Jackfish. Euclides Lair went 6 complete innings. Gave up only 1 earned run and struck out 5. There's a shot. Mercier unable to make the catch, but it's called foul. 1-1 count. Chris Boato, of course, coming in relief after Euclides Lair started this game. He was pulled after 6 as the Jackfish will turn the ball over here in the 7th. Trying to hold on to the 6-1 lead. Good strike offering, now 1-2. Boato has come in a lot of games this season as the reliever. Well, this is the first time he ever comes in against the Barrie Baycats and has a 5-run advantage. Full credit where credit is due, of course, to Euclides Lair, though, as he was able to work out of a couple of jams. And only one was allowed to come across the plate under Euclides' watch on the mound. Now 2-2. Pop fly. Shallow center field. DeAndre Asbury-Heath running in. The diving grab makes the catch. As DeAndre Asbury-Heath, a Superman dive to make the grab for out number 1. Excellent grab by DeAndre Asbury-Heath, who was coming in with a full gas of tank, full tank of gas rather. A ton of steam behind him. Makes the grab for out number 1 here in the top of the 7th. Off-speed pitch. Right down the middle, strike 1. 0-1 with 1 away. Glenn Jackson, the center fielder at the dish. A lot of heat behind that one from Boato, strike 2. 0-2, Chris Boato on the mound against Glenn Jackson. A 1-out situation. Fastball again just misses on the outside part of the plate, 1-2. Jackfish, of course, will be off until Friday night. Friday night, they're on the road. They'll take on the Hamilton Cardinals to finish this 2019 regular season. And then we will wait for all the games to finish. A win tonight, though, definitely helps the hopes for the Jackfish to play at home in the postseason. On the ground, across to Mercier for out number 2.
Catcher Parker Walker.
So now Parker Walker and the bottom of the order. This is the 9-hitter, Parker Walker, and the catcher for the Barrie Baycats. Throws fastball, but it's in the dirt. Exchange balls and get a new one. Boato clearly missed that nearly. Didn't even make the batter's box. One 1-0 with 2 outs. Fastball downstairs. High fly ball, that'll go behind the grandstands and into the parking lot. 2-1. Two and 1, 2 outs. Off the end of the bat. Ball's playable, could stay in play. And just crosses the fence out of play. And no contest and no effort at the fences. Didn't want to injure himself. Was the third baseman of Brendan Dadson. Two and 2 with 2 outs. Here in the top of the 7th, Jackfish trying to go to the 7th inning stretch, up 6-1. Off the end of the bat, into the safety netting. Two and two, this at-bat continues. Ring him up, strike three, caught the outside corner. We'll go to the 7th inning stretch. Jackfish lead 6-1.
Leading off the 7th inning, first baseman number 26, Andrew Mercier.
Bottom of the 7th we go as Andrew Mercier will lead things off for the Jackfish. New third baseman, a defensive change for the Barrie Baycats. Carson Burns, number 11, will play third base. He will replace Kevin Atkinson. So the number 3 hitter and number 4 hitter out of the ball game. High fly ball right over the press box and into the parking lot. Mercier falls behind 0-2. Two straight strikes to Mercier. It's an 0-2 count. Mercier due up, followed by Von Bryan, and then DeAndre Asbury Heath. A shot that'll go foul. Playable ball in right field, but the right fielder unable to make it. 0-2 count as the at-bat continues for Andrew Mercier. Oh, 0-2 count. Mercier swings once again, and it goes foul. 4 straight fouls. That'll come back into the grandstands. And the at-bat continues. Good work by Andrew Mercier. Foul tip for the strikeout. And the first out here in the bottom of the 7th. That brings up Von Bryan, the left fielder here to bat 7th. And the second batter here in the bottom of the 7th. There's a shot. On the run, the shortstop, Connor Morrow, across to Ryan Rio for out number 2.
Your center fielder, number 2, DeAndre Asbury Heath.
Two-out situation now. DeAndre Asbury Heath, the center fielder, to bat with 2 outs for the Jackfish. Pitch upstairs. 1-0. DeAndre this season, 4 home runs. As we were talking about the Jackfish, 10 home runs this season. One of the fewest in the IBL. The only team with less is the Brantford Red Sox. Trouble hitting, of course, at the plate as the Jackfish have been playing small ball a lot. Been able to walk and make pitchers pitch a lot of pitches when they play and been able to steal a few bases. And just been able to hold teams off the scoreboard defensively. They're 17-17 this season. And have been in so many games, as I can think of 5 or 6 one-run ball games that they've lost. Including 2 rather, in extra innings. That fly ball goes into the parking lot. 2s across the board here in the bottom of the 7th. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Number 2 at the plate is DeAndre Asbury Heath. Misses, full count, with nobody on. Three and 2. 2 outs. Here's the deciding pitch. Ball 4, and DeAndre Asbury Heath is aboard on the walk.
The shortstop, number 4, Nolan Pettipiece.
DeAndre Asbury Heath is on first rather. 2-out situation. Good fastball offering. And now he eats the count 0-1. 1 regular season game left. The Jackfish on the road Friday night. They'll be in Hamilton to take on the Cardinals. That pitch inside. Backs Pettipiece off the plate. Pettipiece batting .289 this season for the Fish, and he's having one of those years that you'd like to remember. A fantastic season here in Welland. A lot of his stat categories very much improved from last season, as it's just been a different vibe and a different atmosphere here in Welland for a lot of these players, including DeAndre Asbury Heath, who came to us from the Brantford Red Sox. Once foes, now teammates. DeAndre on first, Pettipiece at the dish. Downstairs, called strike, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 7th. Runner going is DeAndre Asbury Heath. No throw is DeAndre Asbury Heath. Too quick for the throw and is easily able to steal second and is aboard now in scoring position. A ground ball right to the second baseman across the Rio. That'll retire the side. The Jackfish still lead, though, 6-1 as we go to the top of the 8th. You're watching Jackfish Baseball on Jacks TV. Top of the 8th inning, Jackfish 6, Baycats 1, as Chris Pawato will throw his second straight inning for the Jackfish. Euclides Lair started for the Jackfish tonight, went 6 complete, gave up only 1 earned run, struck out 5, and walked 3 batters. This is the top of the order, Ryan Spatero. That pitch comes down across the plate, but misses outside, 2-1. Hard shot up the middle. That'll get by the shortstop for the Jackfish tonight, and that's Nolan Pettipiece, thrown in by DeAndre Asbury Heath, but it's a leadoff single for Ryan Spatero.
Second baseman, Starling Rodriguez.
So now Starlin Rodriguez has Spatero on first base. And a little bit of life here in the top of the 8th for the Barrie Baycats. The Baycats have looked really sloppy all game long, making several infield mistakes. And also a ball that the center fielder of Glenn Jackson's going to want back. That was able to cash in 2 runs. A ball that either he lost in the light or maybe a dead zone here at the Welland Stadium. Just the ball dropped right in front of him. Rodriguez falls behind in the count, 0-1. Pulls the first ball foul.
Fans at this time, please get out your 50-50 ticket stubs. Please get out your 50-50 ticket stubs. Tonight's winning 50-50 ticket number, 164273. 164273. You just won $375. You can claim your winnings at the 50-50 table on the concourse level. 164273.
As they announce the 50-50 number tonight, tonight's jackpot $375. A great night here at Welland Stadium. As a beautiful crowd just waiting for the official attendance, of course. As attendance has been absolutely fantastic all season long. As this is the 18th rather, and final home game for the Jackfish in this regular season. And if you're looking about regular season tickets and you want to join us next season, you can renew your regular season tickets now, or you can purchase them for 2020 already. High, deep shot to left, right at the scoreboard. All the way to the wall, unable to clear the wall. Great catch from the left fielder, Von Bryan. And that'll make Spatero go all the way back to first.
Left fielder, Jeff Cowan.
So Rodriguez, high fly ball that could have easily cleared the fence at most parks in the IBL, but a deep center field here at Welland Stadium. Ball went about 385, needed about 5 more feet to clear, just couldn't make it. So now Jeff Cowan. Jeff Cowan comes in for Jordan Castaldo on third. Castaldo, of course, was taken out back in the 6th inning. Castaldo was taken out, and also the 4th hitter, Kevin Atkinson, was replaced. Off-speed pitch misses downstairs. As I take a look at the Jackfish bullpen, Casey Howard is warming up. Casey Howard, the closer, could be expected to come in here in the 9th. Boato falls behind in the count, 2-0. 1-out situation. Spatero on first base for the Barrie Baycats. Outside of the plate, 2-1. Two and two. Pushed foul. Baycats also one more game in the regular season. They'll close up this week as well. Not looking good for them if they're trying to win this one. Could be two. Mercier to second. The throw back to first. Not in time as Mercier unable to squeeze as he drops the ball. But a good effort by Andrew Mercier. Gets the out at second.
Third baseman, Carson Burns.
And now Carson Burns. Carson Burns was the defensive replacement for Kevin Atkinson. Will now make his first plate appearance of the ball game. Two-out situation here in the top of the 8th. Pitch in the bottom of the strike zone. Strike one. Strike two. So an 0-2 count. Jackfish a chance to get out here at the top of the 8th, 6-1 lead. Carson Burns at the dish for the Baycats. Only runner on is the runner on first, and that is still Ryan Spatero. Boato grabs his side, and he's set to deliver here on the 0-2. Fastball inside, just misses the corner of the plate. One and two, 2 outs. Pop fly. The catcher, Romanin, as well as the third baseman. They converse. The third baseman for the Jackfish makes the grab, and Brandon Dadson is able to get the catch and retire the side. Another 0 on the board for the Baycats. They only have one tonight. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Jackfish lead 6-1.
For the Jackfish, second baseman, number 13, Brandon Nicholson.
So a couple of defensive changes as we're just having trouble seeing the center fielder. It's either number 16 or 18 out in center field now, which would mean either Ryan Spatero moved over to center or Kyle DeGrace, the DH, is now at center. However, new pitcher to the ball game is Glenn Jackson, who was out in center. One-on-one count as that one's pulled foul. This is the top of the order for the Jackfish. As Nicholson has to turn and get out of the way. 2-1. Pitch in the dirt right at Nicholson. Had to get out of the way as he pushed him off the plate. Deep shot, but it's pulled foul on the left field side. Two and two. Nicholson going against their third pitcher to the ball game, which is Glenn Jackson. Pulls it foul once again right towards the Jackfish bullpen. Deep shot right towards the scoreball. Could get over the head of the left fielder. Off the wall. Will be a double. As now it's a rundown between the bases. As Nicholson thought he was out, but the umpire called safe. He's tagged and is out between second and third. Went off the wall. Nicholson thought he was out, but the umpire clearly called as if the ball was in play. And now miscommunication between the base coach, Ricky Piliteri, and Nicholson for out number one. Just a weird play as he confused everybody by just slowing down.
Third baseman, number 5, Brandon Jackson.
As that ball went right between two board advertisements out in left center. Regardless, Nicholson is out. Pitch misses outside, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out is Nicholson after a really rather odd play. Off the end of the bat. Center fielder Kyle DeGrace unable to make the catch. This could be more than 2. Dadson around second, going to third. Slides in and easily safe at third. And it's a triple for Brendan Dadson.
Right fielder number 25, Caleb Furustate.
So Brendan Dadson a shot over the center fielder's head of Kyle DeGrace for a triple. Pitch upstairs, 1-0. Swung on, and that'll go foul. 1-1. Jackfish looking to start the postseason at home. Just waiting on official dates, of course, after the final seeds and standings are set after this weekend. A Jackfish win would definitely help secure 4th spot. A London loss would be needed for that, though. Jackfish, if they win on Friday as well, would definitely secure that 4th and final home spot. Called safe at first on another rather odd play as he's run down the baseline after a check swing that stays fair. And now the Baycats, their infield, just having a very tough night here at Welland Stadium. There's more confusion as if Furistake was hit with the pitch, and that's what Glenn Jackson thought, as he was showing just a little frustration on the mound, and the catcher of Parker Walker also didn't go towards the ball. But then, as Furistake took off towards first, the umpire called fair ball. They finally had to get it, but they were way too late. Good pitch from Glenn Jackson. Of course, teams a little bit different on the road in the IBL, and a weeknight game, it's whoever can really make that ball game. As you see Glenn Jackson play center and also pitching here in the 8th. 1-2 count with one away. The Jackfish lead 6-1 here at home on the final home game of the regular season. Upstairs, 2-2. Strike 3 as Romanen is caught swinging at that one and misses. Two-out situation here in the 8th inning.
Designated hitter number 23, Bryce O'Farrell.
Lynn, the size of this thing over here, it just landed.
2 outs as the confusion and the commotion in the press box is gathering everyone's eyes. The huge bug just landed in the press box to take in Jackfish baseball. Right over the head of the bullpen, pulled foul, 0-2. As we're trying to get you a visual of this bug. One and two, 2 outs. As you get a little behind the scenes look at the PA announcer Rod Mahood and scorekeeper Curtis Person. 2 and 2 across the board. Jackfish 6, Baycats 1. Swinging strike and back-to-back strikeouts from Glenn Jackson. And we'll go to the top of the 9th inning.
All right, fans,
The Baycats down to their last hope here in the 9th. It's 6-1 Jackfish going to the 9th.
dugout areas are Diamond Cruz.
Hang on.
Leading off the ninth inning for Barrie, number 23, Darren Shred.
Darren Shred will lead things off, pinch hitting for the Barrie Baycats. This is the top of the ninth. It's 6-1 in favor of the Welland Jackfish. Jackfish 3 outs away from their 18th win of the season. One and one count, nobody out. Gets him to swing, 1-2. Misses outside, 2-2. Now the 2-2. Off the end of the bat. Routine ground ball from third to first. In time, Darren Shred's retired, and the Jackfish 2 outs away from another victory here at Welland Stadium. This is the first baseman, Ryan Rio, the 6th batter in the order tonight. A lot of changes as the 3rd batter, 4th and 5th batter all changed tonight with substitutions and pinch hitters. But now Ryan Rio, and then it'll be the shortstop Connor Morrow due up here in the 9th. Good offering from Bowato. Gets Rio to swing, strike 2 on the fastball. Casey Howard was warming up, but he seems to have sat down, so they'll turn the ball over to Bowato here in the 9th. Now the 0-2. Inside, nearly clipping Rio on the plate. The 1-2 with one gone. Off the end of the bat, a block to Bowato. Could get him in time if the throw is quick. But he hits Rio right in the foot as he's running through the bag. So an awful throw, but it was in desperation from Bowato trying to turn that play quickly. But it hit Rio right in the foot as he's coming over the base. He's safe at first. And now the Jackfish will deal with Connor Morrow at the plate with one runner on.
Shortstop, Connor Morrow.
Out comes the trainer from the Jackfish. Scotty's coming out, team trainer, as he's looking at Brendan Datson, as Datson really took a tough shot right off the leg. So he will come out of the ball game, and they'll make a defensive change. And it looks to be Granakawa coming into the ball game for the Jackfish. So a couple defensive changes for the Jackfish as have just been confirmed. Granakawa comes in for shortstop Nolan Pettipiece. Pettipiece, though, just slides over to play third, as Datson was taken out of the ball game to basically heal his injury if there is one. Go get checked out by the team doctors and trainers, as he took a line drive right off the leg. Ryan Rio for the Barrie Baycats, though, seems to be in no pain at all. He'll stay on the bases. Off-speed pitch, catches the top high corner. Now 1-1. 1-1, one away. That'll go foul. 1-2. Probably one of the flattest nights for Baycats, and if you're a Baycats fan, you want to turn this off pretty quickly. They trail 6-1 here at Welland Stadium. That pitch misses inside, 2-2. Double play would end this ball game. And the Jackfish would improve to 18-17 with a big date with the Hamilton Cardinals set for Friday night. That pitch behind Morrow. Rio will just jog his way over to second. Full count. Chris Bowato goes against Connor Morrow with 1 out. Rio, he moved over to second and now in scoring position. Here's the offering off the end of the bat. Nicholson takes his time. They get the out at first. And Rio moves over to third, but now it's 2 outs here in the top of the 9th.
For the pitcher, Glenn Jackson.
So now Glenn Jackson, the pitcher, who started out at center field. He's still batting 8th, but now he's pitching. Will come into bat with a 2 outs. And Rio on third. First pitch downstairs in the dirt. Ball 1. That misses down low also, 2-0. The Baycats were able to beat up on the Jackfish on Sunday, beating them twice on Sunday, a 4:30 and a 7 o'clock doubleheader. It was the first doubleheader of this IBL season. Very rare for doubleheaders to happen, of course, with pitching rotations going out of whack and teams not having enough pitchers to be able to field doubleheaders. But with all the rainouts and time restraints with postseason right around the corner, they had to settle on a doubleheader, 2 7-inning games, where the Baycats were all over us, 10-3 and 5-2. Tonight, though, all Jackfish, 6-1 Welland, with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. That pitch outside, 3-1. Three and 1, 2 outs. This is the pitcher, Glenn Jackson. Hard shot to the gap. DeAndre Asbury Heath on the move. Catch is made. Ball game. The Jackfish, no need to come up here in the bottom half of the 9th. They win the ball game. Final score of 6-1.
The final score of the final regular season home game here, Jackfish 6, the Barrie Baycats 1. Fans, don't forget, playoff tickets on sale Friday. Playoffs begin next week right here at Welland Stadium.
Final score 6-1. Jackfish win, and they will improve to 18-17. Postseason baseball right around the corner. The Jackfish will head to Hamilton for a date with the Cardinals on Friday night. On behalf of everyone here for Jacks TV and Welland Jackfish Baseball, we thank you for attending this 2019 regular season for the Welland Jackfish. We thank you for being a part of this on Jackfish TV. Be sure to follow us wherever you go. Download the mobile app for Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also, hit that like and subscribe button right here on YouTube. Hit that bell and subscribe to us and stay up to date with everything Jackfish Baseball. On behalf of the Jackfish, I'm Spencer Tangway saying good night and a reminder, playoffs are next, but go Jackfish.